Yo,
Hey
what's up?
guys.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Dopamine Flow. Yes, yes.
That was really good.
This
Last
is
time it
episode
wasn't good.
12. I know we're getting better and better as
Yeah,
the
I
days
know.
goes on. We have a special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We
It's
got my boy
Javi.
Javi. Hit him one time.
What up, what up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we've been saying we were gonna have another microphone come in, and we're gonna have some guests. So if you saw that Instagram story about that form, fill out that form because my boy Javi filled out the form, and guess what?
That's why he's here.
He's in the building.
I hope
Yeah.
I was the first one, honestly.
Was he?
Yeah, I'd say so. One of the top.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, you know what? Gotta act
He
quick before
said,
someone beats me to
Follow
it.
us on Instagram.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it now in case you don't get to the end of it.
True. You're gonna hit us with the outro or what?
No, I'm saying it now. But yeah, we will continue to have special guests.
Yeah.
So this is our first. How does it feel?
Honestly, it's an honor. I was like, you know what? Like, I've been listening for some time. I was like, you know what? These are my good friends. Been friends with them for a minute, so always support your friends. Remember that.
That's right. Tune
Hashtag.
in.
I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna just shoot the application, see how it goes. Hopefully, I'm the first, and you know, it is what it is. And like, while we're here doing my thing with the homies.
Yeah,
so.
Hey.
he came looking fresh to death. I just want everyone to
Yes,
appreciate.
hey.
We're gonna do a fit check really
Yeah.
quick for Javi.
Speak,
Do I gotta
speak
stand
to
up for
us.
this?
Let's do a
Man.
little.
Head
let's
to
do a little-
toes or what?
Yeah.
I don't know if
Alright.
I
You gotta
finish
do
shot.
the.
There you go.
You gotta get the kicks in it.
All right.
I gotta start off bottom to top.
Let's do
Get
it.
the kicks. Got the Travi patties.
Sheesh.
Those
Yes,
are
sir.
fire. I like the laces.
Thank
Dude,
you,
I love
thank
those,
you.
man.
Throwing the stand socks for comfort.
Okay.
Got the Trues on.
Okay.
Got the Trues.
Got
Got the Calvins on.
damn, and he's going all the way. I thought we were going to shirt. Don't forget the belt. Don't forget the belt.
Gotta get the belt, you know.
Is that
Double
Gucci?
G's. Yes, sir.
This man brought his
I see
finest.
the Warren Lotus.
The Warren Lotus.
That's
Yep,
what's
of
up.
course. You know, you gotta compliment
Damn, my
it with
boy's
some jewelry.
He's
dripped out.
dripped out.
Jewelry, you know. So you gotta throw it in there, accessorize.
Got the fresh cut.
Yeah, fresh cut.
Anthony
Damn.
exits the chat to go change really quick.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short break now, man.
Had to be, man.
I know. I saw him walk through the door. I'm like, damn, my boy came dripped out. He was
yeah,
ready.
I can't. I don't
Hey,
know.
he really sacrificed his comfort because it's like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's 95.
It'd be like
I'm
that.
sorry, it's actually 80 something. But
Yeah.
It's like 100.
But damn, man. Hey, so good to have you on here.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's been a hot weekend. But like, how was your guys' weekend? You guys get anything fun?
What did I do this week? I don't even remember what I did.
Drink coffee.
Damn, she's
You were in the
drunk
pool
over
chilling.
Oh, yeah, I was poolside chilling.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been working on my tan
Oila.
because I don't feel myself when I'm pale. And then you know how it was gloomy and stuff? So
Yeah.
then the sun came out and I was like poolside chilling. I got really, really burnt. I'm peeling now. And
Nice.
like I've never peeled before.
Like a shrimp.
Yeah, I looked like Larry the Lobster. I looked like Larry the Lobster for like 2 days, and then now I'm like slowly getting bronze, but that's all I did. Like I'm taking advantage of the heat,
all the part of the process.
dude. But I'm sweating
Yeah.
every day. It's like torture.
They can't tell.
This isn't livable. Are you being sarcastic?
But
yeah.
what about you, Javi? What you been up to?
I mean, Cha-Cha noticed that I got a little tan.
Yeah, this man.
For the
He
past
glowing.
like month, like the company I work for, they're having like these like soccer tryouts at the beach and stuff because they're doing. Basically, I work for like an aerospace company, and
Plug.
man, like it's kind of like you just.
It's a humble flex.
Yeah,
Oilo.
life flex,
Hit
you
him with
know.
it. No,
I mean, that's where I get the money to pay for this fit.
Oh,
Anyway.
hit him with the red, Josh. Hit him with the red. One time. Damn, there you go.
But yeah, so like they have like these aerospace games where a bunch of like aerospace companies compete with the summer games, volleyball, cornhole,
Oh, dude,
soccer.
that's so
all that
fire.
stuff.
It's like the
Nice.
Disney
Yeah.
Channel games. Do you
Basically,
remember those?
yeah, something like that. It's like a little,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a little nerd off,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing that for the past like month, so I'm a little dark. And then from there, I went to one of my homies' house. He had like a big old water slide, and just had like a few homies over and stuff. But yeah, it was all in all, it was pretty cool weekend.
Yeah, I know. He came in. I was like, you look like you've been on a beach
Yeah, for
for like
real.
a month and a half.
Yeah, no, it's sand, freaking sand, like burning up every weekend constantly. So just never
Living his
really-
best life.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Hey, cheers to our first guest, by the way.
I know, cheers.
Cheers
How
to our
is this
first
gone?
guest and
I know.
to being all
Man, I had to
tan.
get the memo.
This is gone.
That's bad luck right
Cheers.
there. Shoot. You know how we do it on the Dopamine Flow.
You know how Anthony does it on the dopamine flow.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
judgment.
Correction.
my dad always told me, like, if you're going to do something, you got to do it
Do it
right.
right.
So.
Damn, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Of course. I love it.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah, my weekend was pretty cool. I forgot what I did Friday. I don't know if I did anything Friday. I forgot. Saturday got a fresh cut. You already know. Because
self-care.
Yeah, you know, because
Some men,
It's a must.
men need love too.
we gotta do some.
Yeah.
Because that night I went to the Eslabon concert, and
I
honestly,
saw.
so like
Pull
this.
up picture here. No, actually put up the video.
Oh, that video.
Tal vez soy tóxico, pero bien te gusta. Llevarte a donde quieras como una princesa. Comértelo.
There's a part, we were setting up, and you know when like you play a song and that part's so good that like you replay the whole song just to hear that part again.
Oh, yeah.
We did that about 3
Like, it didn't
times.
hit the way that it needed to.
Man.
Yeah, and
Again.
I was making a joke like if I was drunk. Hold on. If I said at the concert like, "Hey, replay that part." But yeah, no, it was pretty dope. So this was the first time that they've had like a huge LA show, because usually they play in like
The little-
Ontario and
yeah.
shit, like IE. Like I ain't trying to go all the way over there, you know.
No
Yeah.
shade to the IE. For the
We love the IE. You know what I'm saying? No shade. It's just traffic. You know how it is, IE.
I hate the 91.
Oh, we with you. We with
Something
you.
else.
Yeah.
But it was dope. It was really dope. They were playing a lot of like the old school bangers. Brought out Danny Lux, Jugaste Sufrir. That was
I know, I
a good
saw.
one.
Man, that's a
Ivan
a banger.
Cornejo.
Esa no.
Yeah, so you know what? It was a really good concert, but it was kind of funny because the whole joke was that like all the simps are at Eslabon concert, and right down the street at BMO you had the Fuerza
Fuerza.
Regida concert.
desmadroso.
Yeah, yeah.
The fights going down.
Shoot,
People
man.
getting arrested.
No, it just means like, you know, the nice loyal ones were at the Eslabon
Yeah,
concert.
you know
That's
what?
all it means. That's all it means.
That's a good one. I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
No, but I saw a lot of people's story at the Fuerza concert, and it looked lit.
Yeah,
it
nah,
looked
Yeah, I
lit.
saw a lot of people. They were like, but then they were probably not at this concert. At a different location. Like, didn't a bunch of like couples get into fight? Like, did you see those TikToks?
Yeah, I
You
think that was like
those?
in Texas.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, nah, it was.
They were like, during what song is it?
Fuck, it's like
Chinga tu madre.
Yeah,
Yes.
it would.
Nah, that shit was, man, brought out all the toxicas
Toxicas.
and all that stuff. Man, that's crazy.
They were literally filming and they were like, couples were literally getting into arguments, bro.
Yeah.
Like, into actual arguments during that
What?
song.
You see,
Did
I
you
don't
not see?
understand that. Like, I don't get how people pay money, like
Mm-hmm.
150 bucks plus per ticket, wait months, get ready, Ubers and everything, drinks, just to go and argue at a concert.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. But like, I feel like I would have to like, my patience would be run thin, but I would suck it up just to be like, all right, let me
Yeah.
enjoy this, you know?
Yeah, save
We'll
it for
deal
the
with
end
this
of the
later.
day,
Yeah.
for tomorrow, you know, whatever it may be, because I'm not having that
Right
right
to the
now.
no app. Come back to later. Shit you did to piss me off.
Tóxico, pero bien te gusta.
I was like, Anthony's such a liar, bro. You'd be so mad
What are
in
you
the
talking
moment.
about?
There's no way. But yeah, it seemed pretty lit, and he's a great performer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
he's lit. You know, the whole vibe is lit. So, I really wanted to go. I know you were.
Man,
playing
I
them.
was lucky hating from the sidelines, I guess you could say, but yeah, man, it was just like I've been listening to Fuerza for a minute.
Yeah, no,
and it's
for
just
sure.
kind of like fuck, bro. Like this is like the fact that he's sold out, like it's crazy to me, you know? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's BMO. I know BMO is like a smaller venue, but it's just like okay, if
It's
he's
still a
sold
stadium.
out-
It's big.
Yeah, if he sold
But
out
it's a
BMO,
stadium, yeah, that's what I'm
then it's
saying.
just like okay, then
It's
you
not like he was at the YouTube where it
yeah,
was
Right.
like
you get
know?
something bigger at that point. It's
Exactly.
like okay, like what's next for you? SoFi? Like
That's
that'll
true.
be crazy.
That's true.
I mean, that's how it started with
Grupo Firme? Mm-hmm.
yeah.
and they're like they did SoFi for like a couple nights. Like,
Right.
It went big time.
Because you went to the show in like Anaheim or Ontario?
Yeah,
or?
this was last year. So I went to the
Yeah.
one in Anaheim because I fucked with this album so heavy.
Yeah.
Del Barrio Hasta Aquí, man, that shit had me. I was on repeat. Everything I did,
Yeah.
hop in the shower, throw on the album, you know,
Nice.
clean my room,
Hey,
gone
you
now,
hired
bro.
a whole banda to go play while you're in the
Yeah,
shower,
man.
huh?
Nah, dude, man, I have a fucking JBL speaker that's like it's like 3
Trompetas.
feet tall.
No, I mean,
I shit you not. I
you know
bumped
those
that
party
shit.
speakers?
Yeah, no, I
You're
shit
that
you not.
meme.
I've done that. I've not like no cap. I've done that shit, bro. My sister, she gets on me. She's like, "Why you putting the speaker?" I'm just like, "Bro, I just need JOP right here next to me, man. Just singing
Damn.
that
I want
shit,
him
bro.
singing in my
'Cause,
ear.
yeah,
Right here, bro.
like that shit is different, but yeah, like I like the concert like so much over there in Anaheim that I was like, you know what, dude, like I got floor seats for like I think it was like around $200. And
Wow,
I'm just
that's
like,
a
dude,
steal.
You can't get that nowadays just because like now you know
He's
I don't even want to
blown
talk
up.
about
Yeah.
how much
Nah,
money I spent for
like,
floor.
I'm not de moda, you know, so it's kind
Yeah.
of like, you know, corridos, everyone's like on it right
On
now,
it.
so you know that's good for them, you know, they're making
Yeah.
their money, they're hustling and shit.
Yeah.
But like I liked it so much that like when they dropped like a new one at Crypto, I was like, bro, like he's dropped like a few songs.
Yeah.
Especially I think it was Billete Grande or No Le Aflojo. And dude, I saw he was playing that at some concerts. Like, bro, I'm hating, bro.
You
Like,
have
I have
to,
to go
yeah,
again.
I want to go see it.
So like the second time around, like I got tickets and I was just like, dude, I think it was like $90. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I didn't sit as close, but I
yeah,
was like,
but you were there.
I was like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah,
still
you got to
there, like
experience it.
con el ambiente and all that stuff. So it's just like, you know, fuck it. Like it is what it is. I'll be mad if I die without like hearing
Seen
this
it.
song.
Yeah. And especially them, I mean, not to say like they're gonna go out of style, but I feel like, you know, like when they drop like such a good album, you don't know how the next one's gonna be.
Yeah.
So when you already have in your head like I have these songs that I want to listen to, or like you don't know if they're gonna play them again.
Exactly.
So you're like
exactly.
you have to jump on it like when you get the chance to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that 1,000%. But it got messy.
Yeah, I heard like people were getting into fights.
It got really messy. People getting arrested.
And then I heard even JOP got arrested, right?
Man, who
Bro,
knows, man?
you know the only thing that pops into my head is like, si ya sabes cómo me pongo pa que me invitan.
Literally.
I feel like that goes through like the whole like Hispanic culture.
Yeah,
like,
nah. Like
like,
once
are
there's
you
drink
even-
involved,
yeah,
like, it's
bro,
just
like-
like fuck.
It's
That's always a
done.
possibility.
I'm not surprised, but also
Yeah.
it's like I didn't think it was gonna get. You pay that much money and then you're like get into fights and things. I'm like,
Nah.
come
You'll
on.
be wilding, bro.
But then it's that like saying, si ya saben cómo me pongo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Always goes back to it.
Yeah, I can't help to like wonder if because you know, as we were saying, Eslabon and Fuerza Regida had a concert the same night. And I didn't think, and I still don't think there's any beef between those two, right?
No.
Eslabon and Fuerza.
Yeah,
I think they've always
they're
been cool
both, like,
because
pretty humble,
they have
too.
like they're featured on each other's tracks
Yeah.
and everything. But I always wonder, like, oh, okay, if they didn't have a concert the same night, like, would they brought out each other? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like it's kind of like if shit lines up and it's like if you know like one of them is like in town and like you know what like oh you pull up to the concert
Yeah,
like,
they
I'll
will.
put you
Yeah.
on stage and it's kind of like fuck it you know like kind of like how Bad Bunny last year how he was like he would have like Chencho pull up to like
Right.
almost every concert.
Yeah,
It's
he was
kinda like,
practically
Yeah,
on tour with them.
yeah, it's like bro like if you're not
Bad Bunny
doing,
featuring
yeah
Chencho.
like if you're not doing anything you know just come
Pull
kick it,
up,
you know,
yeah.
just do a couple songs and like it'll be a good time.
You think they have to get paid for that, right? Like if they're
I'm sure they give them something, you know, like
Maybe.
like as friends, like, oh, here's a little kickback, a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know?
I always wondered. I was like, do they do
Yeah.
it as like a, oh, this is fun for me? But that's like not, that's like work.
At
for
the same
them.
time, they get exposure from it too.
Yeah,
That's
you know?
true. Yeah,
especially
that
if it's
is true.
like a bigger like
Right.
And
artist
it's like a smaller,
or
yeah,
smaller one, then
yeah,
it's like yeah.
you're right. Yeah, like every time at the forum, like Becky G would come out. 'cause that
Every
was,
single time, bro.
Yeah, dude. Even for Rao, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
oh,
what
that's
the
true.
fuck?
She was up there perreando.
I was
huh?
like, what the fuck, bro?
Hey.
She Englewood legend.
But then
at
I was
this
all
point.
like, okay, it's a different side of Becky I never seen. Hold up.
okay, Becky.
Okay.
nah, hey, that's what Rao does to you, bro.
Sheesh.
She's got something else. She's
For
got
real.
something else.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, even like all of these new albums popping up and stuff, like it's really cool to see them all kind of supporting each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
For
But
the
there's
most part,
underlying-
right?
Yeah, there's a
some
little,
beef.
little tension somewhere between there.
So I was talking to him and I was like, I genuinely don't know the beat. I'm unplugged. I like to stay off my phone.
Okay.
No, I'm just
Let's
kidding.
check the
But
screen
honestly, actually, mine was down 60%.
But go off.
Yeah, you know how you get it every
Damn.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, this morning I was like, damn, I'm like, I'm doing something. I've been reading.
Okay. Reading in the
Self-care.
On Twitter.
Yeah, I
Reading
know.
articles on
Articles.
I've been seeing Cha Cha posting the you know, it's like, are those sausages or legs? Like, I've been seeing those. That's the
Stop!
first thing that comes to mind. I'm just
Someone else was like, yeah, those hot dogs.
not the glizzies, man.
No.
I can't stand you, but they did though.
Yeah,
But no, I was telling him, I was like, I honestly don't know what the beef is. Like with Who is it?
Peso Pluma.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
JOP.
JOP.
And JOP.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know how it started. Like, I didn't know. Like, I know like people make beef between
Yeah.
things, and it's like never. And I don't really listen to it because it's like it's never that serious.
Yeah.
But go into it.
It's like
go into it.
It's kind of like, you know, definitely like the media and, you know, the fans and all that stuff. They have a lot.
Oh,
to,
yeah, it works into
They have a
it.
lot like to do with
true.
it, but I think it all like originated with like, I don't know how much JOP meant it, but he basically said like in one of his concerts he was like, voy a tocar esta canción porque allá de ese lado no lo tocan, and that's what he was talking about. Igualito mi papá, and you know, like, I don't, like I said, I don't know how he meant it, whether he was being condescending or he was joking.
Yeah.
But and then, you know, the song hit, and then everyone was like going crazy, and then nowadays everyone's recording. So you
Yeah.
know, that shit got put on social media, and then Peso Pluma reacted, and how did he even react? I don't really remember.
You know what? I have a video saved. Yeah, but he kind of he threw like an indirect at him.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I think it had like he was just kind of like it was just kind of have like a little back and forth, and basically like JOP took it like as far as like because you know how Peso Pluma, his like kind of album is like a purple theme, and
Yeah, Genesis.
on some pictures he has like a spider.
Yeah, yeah.
Like JOP took it as far as like in his music video. I think it was like Tecueme.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like stomped on the spider and then he
Dude,
like crushed it.
Yes,
Stop!
bro. When I saw that, I was like, "What?
Yeah.
No!"
And-
but then a part of me was like, "Oh, come on, don't do this."
I'm like,
Like,
no, start the beat.
don't.
Yeah. And then so then like a week after that, Peso Pluma had a concert, and then it was kind of like the same thing. Somebody was recording,
Yeah.
and then Peso Pluma, like he was like dancing and stuff, and it was like in between the song, and then he goes like this, and he goes like, you know, like
Why are you?
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm very like indifferent about it, just because, you know, I've loved like JOP and Fuerza for years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like to see like some of the top two artists, you know, beefing it out, and like both being from Mexico. It's kind of like fuck, bro. Like, why y'all gotta do this? But
I feel like it's always like that's inevitable though.
yeah,
Like, I don't know if it's like it's not. Do I say it? It's like the machismo.
yeah. It was,
It's like I want to be top dog so
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
exactly.
Like I want to be top dog. Like I know your shit's good, and I know like you put on like some dope music, but like I want that number one spot. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh, congrats, brother. You know, like you're doing it big. Like they're all doing it big. Like
Yeah, of
mad
course.
props. Like they're kind of like defining like Mexican music nowadays, like to the whole on an international level. So it's like they're still supporting each other in that way, kind of, but it's also like there's always going to be that competition. And I think that's just like a man thing. Like, do you agree?
Well, there's
like,
that.
I'm not a
but,
man,
but
so-
it's kind of too like, you know, like they say that like the biggest hater of a Mexican is another Mexican.
Yes, I've
So
heard that a lot.
That shit, it kind of sucks, you know, because like you see like other like
Damn.
ethnic groups, and like they're
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
they're so quick to like uplift one another.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you know, you have these movements and stuff, but like we never really have any of that, because it's kind of like
We
just-
like prey on our own. We're our
Yeah.
own worst enemy.
basically.
You know what I think it is too, though. Like right now, there's a big movement with Mexicans in general, because they're kind of dominating not only the music industry, but like in all aspects.
Yeah.
We're talking about like F1, UFC.
That's
Yeah.
true.
a bunch of singers. They're hitting top number one on the
were,
billboards.
Yeah, we made it to the
It's
semis of the World
it's-
Baseball.
dude, and then even the
Classic.
Gold Cup.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gold.
El Copa
today.
de Oro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's just a lot where I feel like everybody's kind of like
We're on. The
competing for,
spotlight
like-
is on it.
Yes.
On us.
Yeah,
and so,
Right
you know,
at
you're
the
just trying to
moment.
shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Be like
it's hard to share like
Yeah.
the limelight. Like I get it, like it is like, but at the same time, it's like why if we're like have this spotlight for once in like such a long time, especially like with all the exposure of like
Yeah.
every like sports, music, like a bunch of things. Like why not share it and like
Mm-hmm.
uplift each other and like. But I think it'll always be like a competition, like who
But
can.
at the same time, the shit is too is kind of like everyone loves a little cheese, man.
Yeah.
Little controversy.
No
so,
me
I
gusta el
love the
chisme, pero
drama.
cuéntame.
yeah. So
Pero
it's
a ver,
kinda,
dime.
yeah, so I feel like them like kind of beefing is just like it's also another way to put their name out there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Do you think it's a stunt? Do you think like JOP in his head is like, look, I honestly don't care, but
Uh-huh.
like this is gonna get us exposure. Even like I mean, negative publicity is still publicity.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. For
At the end of the
sure.
day, but maybe they weren't in communication with it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, what I personally think, and this is my personal opinion, and it may be a little different than what like anyone has said or heard.
Controversial.
I mean, I guess you could throw that word in there, but I don't know. I feel like, and this is like, I'm trying not to be biased because I like JOP more.
Yeah.
Because like he's had a longer career. Peso Pluma is pretty new.
You're
No,
right.
yeah, he's just starting.
And I just really think that Peso Pluma might have something to do with like, I don't know if it's his ego or his attitude. Because like if you look at it, he kind of had something like some sort of beef with Eslabon Armado.
I was gonna bring that
And I
up
was
too.
kinda
Yeah.
like, I was like, you're telling me like this
Yeah.
like quiet little like trio of like cousins,
Exactly.
and you're like kind of beefing with them because you don't want to give them
Then the
credit,
credit,
for,
yeah,
and you don't want to
for
shout
ella
them
baila
out,
sola,
like,
yeah.
and then like you know those videos like surfaced about like how Pedro was kind of like literally coordinating him on how to sing.
Exactly.
the song.
Oh yes, that was such a good video too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
behind the
It
scenes.
showed like how good they are.
And he was singing like Bea. He's like, no,
No,
I want you
like-
to put more emphasis.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, like-
you know,
like he
yeah.
literally told him exactly how to do it,
Right.
and it produced that. Like I think, oh my god, I don't even want to say because I'm probably gonna get backlash, but like I don't think, like not that I know, but from that video, like Peso Pluma seemed like he didn't know the direction even of like where he wanted to go with it, like when he was singing that like part, and like when he was explaining, even I think he gave him credit, like yeah, like I just need a little bit of direction, like you were telling me like exactly how to say it, and like he kind of credited him in the moment of the recording. But it's such a like now everyone knows that part.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that part
'Cause it's
but
that raspy bang.
yeah, and I think hey, that was good.
You gotta like make the faces to like a stank like bang.
But I think even he didn't intend for it. Like he's so new and like has just been starting that I don't think he knows like his own abilities yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't fine-tuned, like he's a great musician, but like he said, he was into soccer and music just ended up
Exactly, yeah.
working for him.
Yeah.
So I think like he's still trying to discover like how to work within his music. Like he has a very specific sound, like you know exactly who he is when you hear him, but like he doesn't know his full potential or like his like abilities. And Eslabon, they've been around even though they weren't
Yeah.
big and stuff.
Right.
They knew what they were doing like musically, like when it comes to like like the fine tuning.
Yeah, even like I think it was my sister that was telling me that they had like the whole group on the radio, and they basically said that like, you know, we have like music and we want to make music with some artists, but if we just think that like it doesn't sound well, like we're not here to like make music to put out music and throw whoever we want on the album.
Like a one-hit wonder, yeah.
Like we want it to sound good because
Yeah.
they genuinely care about
Yeah,
like, the
their
quality
music's
of
great,
music.
yeah.
So like that's kind of where I'm like pretty indifferent about like how I feel about Peso Pluma's attitude, because it's kind of like if you have beef with someone like that, someone that's like humble, and yeah, JLP could get a little rowdy, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
We
he's like
know.
the
But
opposite
also-
end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
like
but
it's two
he's-
very different.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he still has that like genuine humble
Heart,
side
yeah,
of him, you know. And even Jimmy Omidla said that he's like, yo, like I know JLP probably better than anyone in the music industry, and it's kind of like Jimmy was like, he's just one humble dude, like bien humilde, like
Yeah.
like loving of his family,
Yeah.
and like he like you'll see him posting videos of, you know, him like giving his parents like some cars,
Right.
him a property, you know, doing this and
Giving
that.
back to the city of San Bernardino
Exactly.
too. I remember he was giving out
Yeah.
cash just to people.
Yeah, so it's just kind of
Damn.
like it's kind of hard to like go against
Hate
that.
on someone, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's really one of those things where like you don't know what happens behind closed doors.
That's what I'm
True.
saying. Yeah, like all of this, like with all the drama, it's like all our assumptions. Like we'll never really know exactly what's
Yeah.
going on behind the scenes. But it just like is very. I mean, I wish it would play out differently. You know, like for once, and like everyone just be like, "Oh, chill." Like you're, you know, like you're dropping great stuff, and especially like I don't know. I wish it was kind of like an older brother kind of like situation where
Yeah.
like because Peso Pluma is so young that they would be like, oh, like look, like props
Yeah,
to you,
like,
you're
take
doing
you
it
under
and
your
take you
wing.
under. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like I said, like we don't know what is happening.
It's just egos.
That's what I'm
you know?
saying.
I feel like it's kind of like they have their own cliques too, because like if you think about it, like you see like the ones that be like hanging out more and like going to each other's concerts, it's like you have like Nata, Peso Pluma, Junior
Yeah.
H, Luis Eric Enriquez, Gabito.
Yeah.
You have like them like kind of clicking with each
Yeah.
other more, and then like for the most part like Fuerza Regida, they stick together.
Yeah.
And it's cause like because it's like they're an artist on their own, and Fuerza Regida is a grupo.
It's a
so
group,
like
yeah.
they're already like tight knit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's true. That is really true.
Well, you know what? Even Peso Pluma, I remember when he was like kind of first starting out, how the whole controversy was that he was saying at a concert, "One day I'm gonna be bigger than Bad Bunny," right?
Yeah.
And then that kind of started that like
Oh, the Bad
all the
Bunny
fans
beef.
were like throwing
Yeah.
out beef, you know. And then there was a picture, a video of them both at Coachella, like in
Yeah,
the artist
yeah,
section,
yeah.
kind of like hanging out.
And they
took
like
a
said,
photo.
"What's up?" Yeah.
And I guess it was like reported after that what Bad Bunny told Peso Pluma was like, "Oh yeah, hermano, like there's no, you know what I'm
There's
saying, like
no
between
beef,
us, there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
beef. Like I understand, I was once young and like ignorant, pretty much like new to the scene. I get how it was, and you know they like squashed it and they're cool and everything. But I think that just comes to show kind of like when you're just like so fresh, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
get literally from like zero to nothing to some huge, you know." And
0 to 100.
0 to 100. I couldn't even
Real,
think for a second. these palomas be hitting or something. Or
I did give you extra.
Oh hell no! She let us sneak a little something. something.
I said, and one shot of
said,
that.
"Let me look at this man. He looks like he's stressing over there."
Man, he's over there sweating, stressing. Like
Look, he asked me. I said, "I'm a deliver. I'm an over deliver." Yeah, but honestly, I mean, even with Bad Bunny and Peso Pluma, like they still like. I think it was all a narrative that everybody else created. Like I think
Yeah.
for them too, it wasn't ever because it's different when it's like your own genre and then when it's
Yeah.
two separate genres and like two different artists because like yes you can compare them as like musicians but you can't compare them in their own genres because it's
Yeah.
separate like they're two. He isn't out here making like reggaeton songs. Bad Bunny's not. I mean, he did kind of like dabble a little bit.
dabble a little bit. You
Here
know?
and
But
there.
he isn't like he doesn't consider himself like a regional Mexican artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think like it was a lot of like other people's speculation and things like that. But like I think where you can compare is like numbers, like how well they're doing like on a worldwide international basis. And like I mean, Bad Bunny has broken so many charts. Like he just broke like the Spotify's like most streamed
yep.
like album.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, which is crazy. But then like also like you look at the charts and you see how many top songs right now are on the charts that like belong to like
To Peso Pluma.
yeah, to Peso
Especially.
Pluma and like to like
Man.
other Mexican artists. Like it's always gonna change, whatever, but like I'm sure he's breaking records like for being so new to the spotlight and like so new to the scene.
It's like it's one of those things like you blink and you miss and like you already see like
No,
Peso
for
Pluma's
real.
like taking over.
Yeah.
Like, especially I mean obviously it's just like the Mexican like Spotify that a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people look at. That if you look at it, I think it's like their top 10. I want to say like Peso Pluma's like on anywhere from 6 to 8 of those songs.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, for
their
sure.
whole-
It's kind of like either he's featured
Yeah.
on it or he has a feature on it or it's just him and it's
Yeah.
just like this dude is like taking over. There's really no
He's
denying
doing
that.
it big.
Yeah, and that's actually funny that you mentioned that because so I got this news right here. I read an article on Twitter. Actually, no, actually, it's Twitter. Pero, all right, so Peso Pluma's album Genesis, right? It becomes the highest charting and fastest selling Mexican album in history. That's crazy.
Damn.
It already hit like the Billboard 200. It was the most selling Mexican album. And you think about a lot of Mexican legends.
Legends, bro.
You talk about like Chente.
Carlino.
Yeah, you can even go way back, right?
Yeah, I'm going
yeah.
back. I'm going back.
Pedro
Like what
Infante.
songs do I sing at quarter
Yeah.
bar?
Oh yeah, for real.
Oh my god.
But the fact that this is this new kid on the block, kind of breaking these records.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
just
granted,
kinda
like
shows.
Spotify is still pretty new, so it's kind of hard to compare the numbers because
True,
back in the day
true.
you had to like
Sell
make your
the
way
actual-
to a fucking store and then go
Yeah.
buy
The
yourself an
CD.
album. Yeah, so like it's a little bit different, but at the end of the day, like it's still crazy. It's still like a big accomplishment, and it's
Yeah.
just like especially like on the world stage, like right now, I'm pretty sure the whole world is looking at Mexico. Like okay, these artists are like
Yeah.
everywhere, especially because it kind of came from Eslabon and Peso Pluma.
Yeah.
Like that's where it started. So it's just like, okay, what's next? And everyone's always like,
Who's
what's
next?
Right.
Yeah, like
So
like I feel like everyone is always trying to. I mean, like I respect it. Like you want to keep the spotlight that you're in. Like there's nothing wrong with like wanting the exposure and like especially like. I feel like maybe because like so many biases are negative towards like when it comes to Mexicans
Yeah.
and things like that. So like when you're being seen in like a positive way and everyone's like on riding your wave,
Yeah.
you're like, all right, like how do we keep it going? Like
you gotta capitalize.
Exactly. But then it gets messy really quick because it's like everyone's watching you, everything that you do. Like maybe like their beef started off as like, oh, no one's gonna like catch it, and then everyone caught it because it's so like public.
Yeah.
That it's like, all right, you got to be careful like where you're, like putting that exposure, like what you're putting
Yeah.
out there, because it gets like, then you're kind of like confirming the stereotypes, like, oh, this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
But you know what, Javi, you make a great point that like a lot has changed with Spotify, because back then you have to go to the store to buy a physical album.
Yeah.
You know, now you can just like pre-save an album. And so this was another article I saw on Twitter that said that Natanael Cano makes history by having the most pre-sales on an album in Spotify. Think about that. He made the most pre-sales on an
Yeah,
album on Spotify with over 800,000.
Damn.
Nah, that
800,000
that album has
pre-sales.
some bangers too.
Because that was a let's talk about that. 'Cause,
Oh, he's
you know,
gonna fangirl.
I love Nata. I love Nata.
He
You know,
does.
like, and that's something we've talked about, Javi and I, that we're like, you know, we've been listening to Nata since like, you know, he like first came out, so to say. But you know, and a lot of people hopping on the train now with, you know,
Yeah,
Seche la
parecen
pizza,
nuevos.
AMG and PRC and all
PRC.
that. But like we've been, you know, listening to this cat for a while. And he has this new kind of persona, right? Like
Yeah.
his hairdo is different.
Yeah.
He
Well,
looks
he
like
was so different.
he
like,
looks
when
like
started
healthy,
off.
literally from the inside out.
But
Like
you know what? Like, bro, like I remember, like I don't know if you actually like paid attention that much, or like if you're a little too lit. But when we went to Baja last year,
oh
we went to
yes,
Baja
bro,
last year,
yes.
dude, he looked like he was honestly not in a good place.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know how like every once in a
mentally-
while, like people will like be like, oh, like
Is he okay?
Is Post Malone? 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, Post Malone, he gets in his feels when he's
Yeah.
like in his songs, but
Yeah.
but Nata was just kind of like he was slurring. He was like, you know, like
Yeah.
going back and forth, and he just
Really?
did not look like he was in it.
And bro, I was so excited to see Nata
Yes,
perform
dude.
because I was supposed to see him in 2019 for the Smoke Me Out tour with Rancho Humilde. And this is when like Nata was barely coming up. Fuerza Regida was like newish. You
Yeah.
had Junior H,
Junior
Legado
H.
Siete, Herencia de Patrones, like
Yup,
all the
yup,
old school
the
people, right?
OGs, man, the founding fathers.
Literally, Mount Rushmore. And we were supposed to go see it, and then COVID happened.
Yeah,
so I
man,
canceled it.
that's
So my
just-
first time seeing Nata was at Baja Beach Fest, but like you said,
Yeah,
was
it
insane.
was
I felt like
insane.
I didn't get the performance I wanted to
Yeah.
see because he was slurring his words. He was too drunk. He's too
Yeah.
out of it.
But
yeah.
he's young, no? Like, how old is he?
He's young. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like maybe
Like
20,
22, something
yeah,
like
something
that.
But he started off really young because, like, when he was
Like
barely
18,
starting off, like,
yeah.
it was that same year that, like, Bad Bunny brought him out, no?
At
Forum?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
started
yeah.
maybe like 2 years before that. or
Okay,
something
and then
like
that was in, like, 2019, so we're talking,
Yeah.
like, 2017.
But that's when he like blew up. That's when I
But
got
that's
to
what I'm
know
saying.
him.
He
Yeah.
was so little.
He was like 18.
Yeah.
or
like
something.
growing, okay, like, backtrack. Imagine you're, like, 17, 18,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then you just start, like, making all this money. You're literally on a stage with the biggest performer that's, like,
Bro.
up and coming, like, Bad Bunny. Like, you're given, like, all this, like, attention and stuff. Like,
I'm a menace.
how do you, yeah, like, how do you,
I don't blame him.
how do you react to
Yeah.
that? Like, what would you do? Like, there's nothing like there. I feel like every artist is gonna go when you start off that young. It's like Miley Cyrus. Like,
Right.
they hit like a certain point where it's like they don't even know, like, because things are kind of like in a different world for them. Like, it
Yeah.
genuinely is. Like, they don't have like our problems anymore. Like, that's why I feel bad. Like when people are saying like, oh, like. They have so much money, like they're so rich. Like, how
It's
do
like,
they
oh,
have?
that's what it comes with.
Exactly,
You just have to learn to deal with it. It's just like,
but it's like honestly, like I feel for them. Like, damn, like yeah, I could have all the money in the world, but damn, like somebody watching my every move, like
Yeah.
me, like having so like in possession of so much stuff, and then like things get boring for you, and then like you don't live a regular life. You're like, oh, okay, like I'm in the spotlight, like I'm surrounded by a bunch of bigger artists. Like you feel the pressure.
Yeah, and it definitely showed with him. But I think most recently now, like he's kind of
He's
gotten
better.
over that phase, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can even tell just by like, just as simple as his hair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, bro.
He's like parted his hair. We're like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
like,
Wait,
it's-
dead at wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
It's kind of like one of those things. Like it's like, oh, like you know, a girl's going through when she
When she
paints
cuts her hair.
red, or she paints it red.
Yo,
That's
for
like
real.
That's the red flag right there.
I
but-
know. My hairstylist is like, one of the like telling ways, like when a girl gets in my chair, like that they're going through something like bad, is like all right, give me red and
Just dye
chop it.
red.
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
damn.
Or they dye it blue like Karol G and something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Or different colors.
Right.
So yeah, not that's hair right now. It's looking a little luscious.
Yeah,
It's
but you know what?
It's healthy?
People
Yeah.
were saying that it's because the title of his album is Nata Montana, right? Like Scarface, right?
Tony Montana.
Yeah, exactly. So he was kind of going for that look, but he genuinely looks like healthier from the inside out. Like,
Oh, he
His skin, his face, like
does.
everything. You could tell he kind of
Yeah.
right. So I'm excited
Yeah,
for this
well,
new
when
version
he was
of Nata.
when he was coming out, like I was like,
Yeah.
honestly, I was a little scared because
But he caught a lot of heat for that
Oh,
because
yeah,
like
for
a lot
sure.
of like especially reporters and
well,
and, you know,
yeah, I'm sure his
these-
management and
yeah,
like
grown men were like just talking
Yeah.
down on him, like, "Oh, you're never gonna be anything." Like when
like
you
what
look
are you?
Like that,
yeah,
and
like
it's
what are
just
you doing?
It's like okay, like, but at the end of the day, like he basically took all that heat so that way other artists can like prevail.
Like, yeah.
and then it's kind of like okay, like
Yeah.
that's when like JOP, Junior H, Peso Pluma, like Peso
he does look
Pluma
so much
never
better.
took any heat because all that kind of already
It
passed.
was already.
That's
and then
true.
it's like he just came at the right time.
I mean, I hope like my thing is like I hope that like in the music industry like it gets away from like everyone having to go through that phase and like people
Yeah.
learn from each other because I feel like it was so like maybe a couple years ago like there was just so especially when we were younger growing up like artists always saw them in like some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like you always saw them like because it was a younger artist, they didn't know what to do. Like, oh, they're getting arrested for DUIs, they're getting arrested for like domestic abuse, they're cheating on whatever, blah blah blah, like drug abuse, like and then like perfect example like Justin Bieber, like he went through his things, like bro, I feel like when you were describing Natanael was when like Justin Bieber was going through his like phase
Yeah,
where he
kind
was
of.
like he was like not looking great,
Yeah, just
like
looked like a rebel,
mental,
basically.
yeah, like his mental health was not great, like things like that. But now, like I'm hoping like Peso Pluma doesn't get to that point where it's like he's also hitting that wall.
Yeah. I also think that he kind of hopped in the game a little bit later in age.
Yeah.
I think right now he's like, what, like 24
That's
or
true.
something like
That's
that?
true.
So,
He is?
yeah.
Damn, he just looks.
But you know what? I think Peso Pluma, like he understands like what's in front of him.
I hope so. Yeah.
Because I did see a TikTok where there was it was like a side view at the concert, like one of those like seats they open up last minute at the sides.
yeah.
And so they had
By the
this
screens?
right? So they had this screen that drops, once the concert starts, but it just kind of portrays like the shadow, and you see Peso Pluma in the background, just kind of like lifting his hands, and he's praying in the background, just kind of like bless this like show, se hace la bendición and everything. Screen drops, and he's just performing.
Just goes in.
So I think he's still humble enough to where he sees like what's in front of him, and he understands the position he's in. But yeah, I'm excited for Nata. I'm excited for like what's to come.
Yeah.
This new kind of season of his. But Javi, let me ask you right now.
What's up?
Because
I'm scared.
Peso Pluma and Natanael Cano dropped an album relatively like within a week distance, right? But within the same week.
Oof.
Which one do you like more? Do you like Nata Montana
Man.
or Genesis?
Man, you put me in a tough spot
Ooh,
right now.
the hot
Just
seat.
because,
I like it.
Tough
I mean,
one.
especially like the albums they drop like within like about a week of each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I mean, I know you saw like you replied to that meme that I had. It's just like SpongeBob reading a book and he's like cross-eyed like this,
Yes.
and it's like, all right, like which one to go to? And it's like, dude, I shit you not, like I work.
That was me.
Yeah.
One AirPod was
Yeah.
playing.
yeah, and it's just
the other one
like
was
fuck, bro.
Peso
Like, and
Pluma.
literally, like where I work, I can listen to music all day. So, like, I shit you not, like, I'll play one album, I'll finish the album, and then like Spotify throws in their mix of whatever,
Right.
and I'm just like, all right, time to hop on the other album, and I'm literally throughout the day going back
Bouncing.
and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
But if I have to, to put it to one album,
That's
it just
tough,
it
huh?
makes it tough.
Like
because
gun to your head, like you gotta
Yeah.
choose
It's like you're
one.
choosing between two kids.
yeah,
Like
I mean, fuck,
You
dude.
got a favorite.
Yeah. no,
Everyone
yeah,
has.
that's for sure. I mean, just putting it out there, humble flex. but
Oilo.
He's gonna say I'm the favorite.
I'm my mom's favorite, you know.
Hey.
We're gonna get
What can I
Mama. We're
say?
gonna get Mama Silva on here.
But yeah, I mean, I have a really soft spot for Nata because I've been listening for a minute. He's
Yeah,
the OG,
yeah.
the shit that he's been
Okay,
through.
but like not relationship wise.
At that
I don't know. I think it plays into it. I want to hear it.
No,
Let
no.
me hear it. Let me
I'm
hear
talking
it.
about just
Mood.
musically. Like
Let me hear it, Javi. What you
It
think?
depends on the mood, cause like so Nata, he has like more. I think he's more gifted like lyrically.
okay.
And he's more of like if I want to just chill, I'll listen to him. But then like if I want like something upbeat,
Like a vibe.
bump something in the car, kicking it with the
Yeah,
homies,
yeah.
like my homie just got a pool table, so we're playing pool like all the time. So it's like with them, I'm
Ridiculous.
a Peso Pluma because
Yeah.
it's more upbeat
Yeah,
type
yeah.
music. But if it has to be one, it has to be Nata.
I like that. I
Has to
like
be
that.
Nata.
That's
You
the
know what?
answer
That
you
was
wanted.
no, because that's actually
No.
that was a tough question for me, because I'm the same as Javi. Like
Yeah, you
I
love Nata.
I ride or die for Nata. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and this album was long anticipated, and I really wanted to like it more.
Then Peso Plumas?
However, Peso Pluma, for me, he has more songs on his album that stick with me that like
that you want to, yeah.
that, like, I think, like, personally, I call it a favorite album. I do.
I can see both
Really?
ways. Like I wouldn't be able to like argue with someone because like,
Yeah.
at that point it's just like, okay, like what do you prefer in your music?
That's true. That's true.
But it's
and it also
it's-
depends on your mood.
Yeah, for sure. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like I would say in terms of numbers, like what songs, like how many songs I prefer more on each album.
Yeah.
I would probably say Peso Pluma too. But it's because like his is just, it has that catchy, that like shit that you can listen to a lot.
It's just, it sticks with you more. Like, it resonates. Yeah. Like,
but Nata's just like I said, like the lyrics, like the way, like
Yeah.
the shit that he says and stuff like that, that soft spot. It's
you're like, I
I
feel
don't
what
know.
he's
Real-
saying.
Real quick, favorite song from the album? Do you have one?
Fuck. I don't even remember like the song
Right,
names.
true.
But
We just
was
listen
it
to them like all.
Mi Beito Ángel?
Yes, that's my favorite too.
my
All right,
God,
bet.
I heard that, I was like, fuck.
I love the bromance.
From the moment.
I
I was
really
like,
do.
fuck, dude. Like, I mean, even the one with Junior H.
Oh yeah. It's the Aya?
Aya.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was like, or no, Eres.
Edis, there you go.
I was
'Cause
like,
they have Aya. That's one of the early tracks.
I was
You're right.
like, fuck, dude. Like, because I love
You're
Junior
going through
H
it?
too.
Exactly. That's another.
I
It's
do love
founding
Junior
father,
H.
Junior
Yeah,
H.
I love
just
Junior
literally
H.
back to the.
I feel like
Franklin's.
anyone, if he's like featured on a song, it's like already a favorite.
Yeah,
Like, you
nah.
already know it's gonna be good.
Even one. I mean, he dropped a song with Rao on. Rao's
Dude,
album.
that
Yeah,
is
so
fire, bro. The one
good.
with Rao.
I shit you not. Like, I look at the album. Like when I go to open and listen to an album for the first
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
I don't even click a song. I'm looking at the features.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly,
I'm just like,
exactly.
bro, I'm looking
what
at the
song-
names.
Yeah, what song am I gonna look forward to?
Bro,
Yeah.
and the fact that it was a perreo album, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I was like,
and we saw
and
Junior
you're-
H, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa,
And for a second, I was
gotta
like-
listen to this.
That's the versatility, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, what the hell? Junior H on a
Yeah.
perreo
and
reggaeton?
then you're like,
But then you listen to him
Okay.
like, okay, my
Yeah,
boy
like,
got
okay,
flow. Where was
put
this
on
at all this
repeat a little
time?
bit, and then,
Yeah.
you know, let it play out and shit. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fire. I know, I love it. I do love like the collaborations though.
Yeah.
Like I love all the collaborations that have been going on. Like Grupo Frontera, like they're hitting all the collabs.
Yeah.
Like the song with Peso Pluma, like
Right.
bro,
right.
I'd be vibing to that song. So it's just like
yeah, that sounds a bang.
it's a vibe.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
poolside, you're just listening to Tulum.
Honestly, we are living in one of the best like years right now of music, just Spanish music. You know what I'm saying? And it's just great. You're hearing a lot of banger after banger after
So
banger.
many surprises
But the fact that
too.
it's kind of fast paced,
That's-
like
yeah.
one
it's-
song comes out and then somebody else throws another song,
And I'm like,
it's
fuck, dude, stop.
Honestly, the
Yeah.
fucking worst part about it is that everyone's putting out good music.
Yeah.
So everybody got to go on tour.
that's bro.
Bro,
we were
my
talking
bank
about
account-
this.
So it's kind of like
My bank
man,
account.
my
Like I
bank
have
talking
one.
about this,
I have
bro.
one
Fuck.
Instagram. One person I follow on Instagram, bro. They posted their like wallet, their like Apple wallet with
Yeah,
all their
it's like a
tickets,
map.
bro.
Like,
I said,
fuck, dude.
how? What are you doing? Like, how are you going to all these concerts,
Yeah,
bro?
no, Javi, we were talking about this. Literally, like, who dropped the tour?
It was Junior H.
Junior H, right?
H, yeah,
and then
yeah.
it was like,
Damn.
we're like the next weekend. I don't know, like one weekend it was like Fuerza Regida dropped the tour,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
Peso Pluma, and then like it was just left and right. We're like, bro, we are, and then we had Baja.
I'm
Yeah, it's like, fuck, man, my bank account is going through it.
The firm payment plan speak
Yeah.
of me.
For real.
It's like the 3 payments.
Man,
No, it's really bad.
But honestly, it's like.
But it's like great, like for people
Yeah.
who love music.
Especially
it's
if like they're in their prime of their careers, kind of
Yeah.
like that's when you want to see them.
They're
you know?
young.
It's
Exactly.
kind it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, like I've been blessed to see like some of my favorite artists
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Like I've seen like Travis Scott, I've seen like Bad Bunny like twice already.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And it's kind of like, I mean, the third if you count him for Coachella, and it's just
Yeah.
like
You did, yep.
I just
That's
it's just
right.
like
Damn.
fuck, bro, like
a three-peat.
yeah, I mean. Gotta do what you gotta
He
do. I mean,
said-
it lined up for me like when he went to Coachella, and I was
Yeah.
like, honestly, like it was great.
You're already going.
But it's like, especially like those like songs that you're like, you have like that weakness for.
You
know?
want to like his whole Un Verano Sin Ti.
Yeah.
I'm glad I went to that like tour because that was the best album that like
Yeah.
like he would have put out. That's why like I'm not gonna lie, I spent a ridiculous amount of money on some Drake tickets because like he's playing his bangers.
Speaking of bands, no, I'm just playing.
Dog, I don't even want to talk about it. But when you see me floor, mind your business.
Oh, hell no.
yeah, no, it's a good time for music, especially, you know, Spanish music in general. Yeah, I guess we could just see like what's next. You know what I'm saying?
Who's
Yeah.
your okay? question.
All right,
We can
last
end on-
question.
yeah, we can end on a note.
What's up?
Who do you want to see collab? Like, who would be your dream
Who do
collab?
I want to see collab? I mean, the crazy part is that like a lot of people have already
Yeah, they've
collabed.
already-
Like,
Okay, who
cross
do you
collab.
predict like collabing
Again?
where it's where
Or-
they're gonna like hit like a number one, like Grupo Frontera and Bad Bunny like level.
Yeah. Double it. Give it to the next person.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I know you guys are gonna love this. Right?
All right, let's hear it.
So, and mind you, this is not my thought. I
Biased.
saw it on Twitter.
Okay.
Okay.
So I saw.
It's okay.
I saw you guys are gonna love. I'm telling you guys are gonna love it. Peso Pluma
Okay.
and Chencho.
Oh, I did see that. I
Yo.
did see that.
Damn, that low key.
That,
Yeah.
like that song that he has with like I don't know, he has like a song coming up with like a reggaetonero.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he
Oh,
sounds
it's
like
the,
Damn.
not too far off from Chencho.
Yes.
It's like
And
similar.
I'm just kind of like, okay, bro, throw
That'd
both
be
these motherfuckers
vibe.
on a song. Literally
It'd be a
the
vibe.
song of the summer. I shit you not.
Damn.
Like it has to be like a reggaeton song, and they're just kind of like, fuck, man. Like
I
that
would have
song.
never thought of that.
yeah.
But-
Shout out to Twitter.
Hey,
Yeah.
one time
Hey,
articles.
I'm
Every
saying.
Oh, you know what? All right, I thought about my dream collab because this was a collab that the artist wanted to happen, but
I never did.
yeah, they got denied. So this was early on, but a collab, and this is so weird. Like I don't know how the fusion will work, but it just would. I don't know. But it's Bad Bunny and Lana Del Rey.
I can't.
I kid you
stand
not.
This man.
So when
he
Bad,
loves Lana.
when Bad
bro.
Bunny first started off, like he messaged her like to try to collab.
Oh, he did like her. Yeah,
Right.
I remember.
She blocked him.
What?
Crazy, right? Crazy.
Straight
And
block.
he actually mentions Lana in one of his earlier songs. It says something about like
I'm shocked right now. She really hit the block.
I know.
Soy
That's crazy.
del rey como lana. I forgot what song he
okay.
sings that on. Son del rey como lana. And he even like sampled like one of her songs like on the beats, but it's on like a SoundCloud song.
Yeah.
But I thought that would be like a weird but interesting fusion. I
It
don't
would
know how that would
definitely
work.
be. It would definitely be soothing.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like.
But-
It'd be one of those
rainy
like
day vibes.
Yeah.
But
Rainy
TBH,
day
like
The
right
lo-fi
now, like
music.
right now, like I'm not shipping that. I'd rather hear like a Nata with TBH, bro. One of the best collabs is Nata and Junior H.
Yeah,
they just bring out the best of each
Yeah.
other. Honestly, though, I wish that the beef between JOP and Peso Pluma would end. We need more bangers,
Yeah. They could
drop a
igualito
banger.
mi papá,
Yeah,
more
I
stuff like
know.
that, you know.
I know.
So.
That'd be a vibe.
Yeah, hey, but this is a great season for music. Hopefully, it's a little something we hear at a corner bar or something.
Yep. I mean, any kickback turn up.
Hey, which before we
You-
end,
you will
okay,
not catch me
let's
at
talk
corner
about
bar.
how we all
The
met,
history.
right? So Javi, Cha-Cha, you guys went to school
We
together,
just
right?
we've known each other
Yeah.
for like
Yeah, she's friends with
our
like
life.
she was in a friend group with my cousin, so it's kind of like we would just like see each other here and there. Went to school.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Dana,
It's just mutuals,
Givenchy,
yeah.
it's just a lot of
Yeah.
mutuals.
and then we just ended up I don't know.
just like see.
I honestly
seeing each
don't
other.
know how
world
it
is kind of
worked,
like
Just
intermingle.
like-
I don't know how just like
Hawthorne, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
We're locals.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But Javi, do you remember how we met?
But you guys, I was
You
like,
know
we
what?
went
It
to
was-
school together forever. So I was, and then when he came in, I was like, how do you guys know each
Nah,
other?
it was a pretty funny and like the way it kind of happened. It was just like all of a sudden type moment,
Yeah.
one of those things. So we went to it was Common Space, right?
Right.
It was Common Space, and so basically, I was just kind of kicking it there with some homies that we would just like constantly go, and this is like the rotation, and I know Per misses those days. It's just like the Common Space and corner
Where do you
bar.
hit up after it's
Yeah.
common
Like,
space?
common
Go to
space,
corner
corner
bar.
bar.
Hard
It's
space
kind of
corner bar.
automatic at
Yeah.
that point, you know?
Right.
But basically, like we're just there, chopping it up, and we're just like a little lit and stuff. And like
A
at that
little.
point, we hadn't really like addressed each other, but it was just kind of like we were like all with the friend group because like everyone.
It was a
worked
big,
together.
it was a big group.
And my brother worked there.
Oh yeah,
And
okay,
then
yeah, that
we
makes
had like
sense.
just a bunch of like friends that just kind of knew of each other,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
never
yeah.
really like met.
Yeah, hung
So
out.
then like Per was a little lit, and then he comes up to me and
Did he
he
bite
was
your
like,
finger?
"Yo, you're Javi, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Nice to meet you." He's like, "Yo, I'm Per. Nice to meet you." He's like, "Yo, tell me why I've had so many people like tell me and ask me if I have a younger brother." and they've been talking about you.
Oh, I can
and
see
I'm just
it.
like,
I
oh,
can
what
see
the
it.
fuck? So
It's weird from this angle.
so
Once you see it, you can't
No,
unsee
but
it.
really,
Yeah.
You might
from
not
this
see it at
angle, I
first,
was
right.
like, wait.
and then it's kind of like similar features, you know. We're not too far off in height.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's just crazy that like he's from
Bro, I'm
Guatemala
mind blown
and
right
I'm
now.
Mexican, like
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the fact that it's
Maybe
even
you
a
guys are
possibility.
related.
We even took a photo that night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Insert
Nah.
photo here.
You said twins.
Yeah, nah. So ever since then, it's always like, oh, what's up, big bro? You know, like, what are you doing,
Yeah.
little bro? Like this and this or
Oh,
whatever.
And
that
even when I
makes
go to like his family parties, like I call his
sense.
sister my sister, his
Yeah.
mom my mom. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And
That is
they've always been
funny.
welcoming. You know, even I feel like I'm family there. So
Yeah.
shout out one time to the Silvas.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to, I guess, the favorite Silva.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say?
But I don't know.
hopping
I don't
on
know
the
what y'all
potty
think. Are we brothers right here?
Yeah.
Relatives?
All right, chat. What are we saying?
No, it's like the. Yeah, I see it. So, dude,
It's crazy, huh?
No, from like literally, if I could take a mental picture and show you guys,
Yeah, maybe if I didn't have this tan.
that shit is so yeah.
Maybe if I
Make
shave
it
this
a
down a
little
little bit.
bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
bit
if
easier.
Anthony had a haircut.
I do, bro.
I'm just kidding.
What you mean? I got
I
that
wanted,
on.
I wanted to get I want to get his real time
All right,
reaction.
You know my triggers.
Man, you've just
Yeah, maybe if you got your nails done.
Stop.
Oh wait, I can see
On
you didn't have them done. My bad.
So fuck.
Man, go for the neck.
Don't come at me.
You're gonna have to Photoshop nails
I
on
got
me.
a long. Anyways,
yeah.
so yo, this has been a good episode.
Great
Episode
episode.
12. Once again, give it up one more time for my boy Javi. Hit him with the yellow one time. There it is. Javi, you want to give us your Instagram so people can follow you?
All right, it's Javi_Silva 1019.
There it is. There it is.
Check it
We
out.
will insert there.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Chach, do you feel confident with the outro or not?
No, I
yet?
don't.
All right, bet. Thank you guys. If you guys are tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get our way to 1K subscribers.
Ooh, wait,
Go for it.
we're gonna do a sweepstakes.
What are we doing?
We're gonna-
Are we?
Yeah.
Bet. You paying? Let's do it. Let's do
yeah.
it.
You will get a gift card for something.
Oh.
It has to be electronic though.
Okay.
And don't be on some bullshit because I'm
And
not
what-
sending you
and what we doing?
$100.
And what are we doing?
We're gonna send them a nice little gift for our what? How many followers do we have right now? 7.
Oh, that's on Instagram. Yeah, so follow us on Instagram too
Yeah.
at the Dopamine Flow.
Yes.
We are like 740 right now, which
Okay.
is a lot. Thank
Well,
you
let's
guys
get
for tuning
to
in
like
with us.
800.
1,000.
Okay.
We can get to 1,000
I was
easy.
doing baby steps.
Easy.
But I was doing baby
Shoot
steps. You know
big,
what?
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
let's do
1,000
1,000
followers on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll do a little raffle.
We'll do that.
for
Bet.
a nice little gift.
I'll get behind that. Bet.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Dopamine Flow. Listen to us. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And this is it. This is
And
it for
YouTube.
us. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe and like button.
Yes,
And
and
we'll see you
we
guys
will
next
see
time.
you for episode 13.
13. Peace.
guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.